people filming and editing for them because I just feel they can't be this bad if they've ever had to sit down and edit because they're literally trying to get out 5 lines and it takes over 12 minutes. So thinking that they're going to go and stream when they can't even get 5 lines together is crazy because they have never streamed before and I don't know what a family channel would do on a streaming app like Kick. But regardless, they've tried to move some of their audience over to Kick. The Ace Family currently has 18.5 million subscribers and they actually have been losing subscribers pretty much over the last 2 years. They almost had 20 million at one stage, but they haven't actually had a positive month growth of subscribers for over 2 years now. And when it comes to their views, a couple of years ago they were getting 10, 20, sometimes even 30 million views on one video. And now they can barely scrape together 500,000 on a video. There's some of their recent videos that even my recent videos have more views, and I'm like a tiny speck on YouTube, and they have nearly 20 million subs. So they tried to basically move some of the audience from YouTube over to Kick, and they decided they were going to do a Tesla giveaway to do this. They wrote the rules on Instagram for the giveaway and what people had to do, and it was pretty much go and follow us on Kick. Out of the 18.5 million people who subscribe to them, which remember they can barely convince 1 in 20 of them to watch their own YouTube video, they only got 15,000 people to go and follow their Kick, which is not even 1%. It's not even 0.4%. It's 0.4%.
How is everyone? I hope everyone's doing
Which
well.
is abysmal. And so all these people that went over and subscribed to their Kick or followed on their Kick, they were basically entering a competition to win a Tesla. But Wilson and Catherine actually themselves revealed that they have violated the giveaway and lottery rules.
It's doing really good for being a straw.
Pick from the winners
Damn.
from these people who did the things that they
I hope
laid out.
everyone's doing well.
They ended up
Wonder what
having
everyone's
these
doing
two
right now.
people go through and basically pick a
I'm
real
still
Ace
sad.
family member, and it was someone who ended up purchasing their merch.
I've uploaded a lot in the last few days. I've uploaded a lot, and I'm uploading another video tomorrow, and then also short again. But yeah, how is everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. Like legit, I do. How is everyone?
Do that. There are really strict guidelines when it comes to giveaways and lotteries and all of those things, and you have to follow the rules. So I don't know whether there'll be any consequences from this because they are just so blatant about it, and they also basically told on themselves.
Holding it because it's a little too words. How is everybody? Come on, guys, like talk. Jesus, oh my god. How is everybody? But yeah, basically, I'm taking Warburg. I'm taking what? What the fuck? Oh, I hucked a little. I felt something wet in my hand. I was like, what the fuck? I'm taking Warburg straws and I'm cutting them into these little things, and then I'm cutting them basically into nail forms. And then I'm doing this on top of my naturals, and then because I'm like running really low on nail extensions, and I remember I did this one time. It was actually really cute. So we're doing it again. How is everybody though? Like legit talk, guys. Like come on.
lawsuits which have cost them exorbitant amounts of money, and some of which have resulted in them paying out large sums, which we'll discuss a little bit later in the video. But the Ace family, they need money, and Kick needs people that they can push towards the real moneymaker, which is Stake.com. So basically, how this all works is that
How's it?
Kick
Man, I gotta
is
check
a
my phone real
streaming
quick.
platform that is owned by the people who own Stake.com. And Kick was pretty much born out of Twitch banning gambling on its site because streamers were previously streaming slot games and other gambling. And
Damn,
Twitch
one of my
finally
videos is kind of popping off right now.
no, we're not gonna do that. And now a huge
It just
amount
jumped
of
another
the world's biggest
like
streamers
1K.
have migrated
There
over
you go.
to Kick because
How is
they were
everybody?
streaming gambling there.
How is everybody? Like, guys, talk. Oh my god.
Especially ones like Stake are paying these streamers tens of millions of dollars to go and bring their audience over to Kick because Kick wants all of those young audience members that are watching all of these Twitch streamers and watching people like the Ace family. They want those people exposed, or those kids and teenagers exposed to gambling so that they will then go and use Stake. And in one of my recent videos, I did a whole section on gambling and gambling influencers and why Stake is so problematic because Stake and PokerStars, which is where I used to work, and other sites like them, they're not the same because Stake is unregulated. PokerStars, Bet365, William Hill, DraftKings, all these regulated sites have to abide by all of these rules and they have to
Is
test the
everybody?
games and they can
Yes, I'm
only
holding
set
it
in certain
over
ways.
the glue.
But
I
Stake
don't care. I know I
are
can take my
themselves,
finger
they
off
can
of
do
the glue,
whatever
so I'm
they
like,
want. And when you have young people, young kids, teenagers being
I'll
exposed
just
to
file away
gambling,
the glue on
they
my
are
skin,
so much more
which is
likely to
disturbing.
develop
Don't do that,
issues
kids.
with it in
But
the
like,
future. The Ace family,
how is
unlike them,
everyone?
are
I
just
hope
setting their
everyone's
viewers
doing
up
well.
for failure.
I feel like a robot because I feel like that's the only thing I can say when no one's talking. Is like, I hope everyone's doing well. Because I do hope everyone's doing well. Not what it said. I hope you rot. Because you broke thousands of fans' hearts. You fucking abused Shelby. You probably abused Nikki, but Nikki hasn't talked about anything. So, fuck you, motherfucker. Her pimple is like inflamed.
That's only 0.081% of their audience, a pretty abysmal figure. So their Kick site has recently been kind of scrubbed. It doesn't look like they're going to be streaming despite they were saying they were going to stream, but I really still wouldn't be surprised if there was something worked out between the McBrooms. Maybe it turns into something with Wilson and
I gotta build up with some gel real quick, huh? You working now?
Bring over as many young and impressionable audience members as possible.
This died, so we were charging it. It's a nail drill, don't be nasty.
Is even offering creators 95% of their subs in revenue, whereas platforms like Twitch offer the majority of creators 50-50, and YouTube offers
Oh,
live streamers
everybody.
70% of their live stream cut and takes 30%. So I highly doubt Kick has found out some secret way to operate that they need to operate on 5% that they take from creators when Amazon and Google and everyone else has to take between 30 and 50%. I think it is much, much more likely
I'm looking for my gel cure.
to basically be a loss leader and that they are just satisfied to have Kick operate at a loss because even though they pump so much money into Stake, because Stake and Kick are owned and operated by the same people. And when I say these sites are making an exorbitant amount of money,
Where the hell is it?
cannot imagine how much
I
money they
can't
are
fucking
making.
find it.
The regulated sites are making an absolute fortune every single day. The number is just unimaginable, trust me. And I can't even think about how much money people like Stake are making because they do not have to follow any of the rules, any of the guidelines, and they could literally be rigging every single game because they're allowed to do whatever
Found
they
it.
want because they're unregulated. One of the most recent lawsuits the Ace family's been embroiled in is over their product, Silly Juice. Silly Juice children because, of course, that's the Ace family's primary audience. And this juice was packed full of sugar and also extremely overpriced, with 6 bottles, small bottles, being about $15. A lot of people who purchased the juice also found it in a less than desirable condition, with some even being found with mold inside them. Cinnamon juice ended up being an incredible flop, and the company the Ace family partnered with to make the juice, which was a company called Langers based in California, has recently sued the McBrooms for failure to pay their invoices. Failure to pay invoices is certainly a theme you're going to be seeing throughout this video. The company Langers also stated in the lawsuit that Alan McBroom, who was Paulson's father, tried to take over the
Hello.
company
Oh,
so that
13
they
of you
could
are in
have more
here.
profits for
How is
themselves.
everybody? I hope
The
everyone's
lawsuit between
good.
McBrooms and Langers
We're
over
currently doing my
Cinnamon
nails
juice
with
is
straws
still
because I'm
active.
bored.
So the Ace family will use any means
Not
necessary to
necessarily, but
explore
like I don't
their
have money
brands
right
to
now.
include
I don't have
products
money.
which we've discussed at actual
How is
events.
I look like I
But
have
now I
fucking
want to
pink
talk
eye.
about one of their
Wait, I
well-known
look like I have
serums
fucking
you
pink eye.
guys
That's
have
gross.
seen, and that was the Ace Club, which
How
was
is
basically
everybody?
just supposed to
I hope
be an
everybody's
app,
doing
and
well.
each
Like
of the family
generally,
members would have
Twitter's
their own
really been
section
pissing me
of
off,
the app,
and I
and it would have
think anybody that's
videos
ever
and
supported
Q&A
Wilbur is
type,
just really
talked about this
depressed
app.
right now
It was
because we
going
could
to
have said
contain
the words
so
of,
much
oh,
stuff
it's not
that
confirmed to be
each
him,
person
or like a
that
week or
sent
two,
out birthday
and then
cards
it was
to people
confirmed,
purchased the
and
Ace
now we're
Club,
all just sad.
and
We're
I'll
all
get
just
to the
very
end
disappointed
kind
and
of
sad.
talking through
I think
what
his
the
parents
app
need
is
to be called
supposed
into
to be.
question because if this is behavior that he was so okay with showing so much, and we are already aware he grew up in a shitty ass household, what the fuck type of behavior was his parents exhibiting, like exhibiting, especially his dad. I think his dad needs to be called into question. Like, you don't, you're not born being like, abuse is okay, and being like, honestly, a little misogynistic. That is taught. That is not, you're not born like that. Hi! So I'm like, y'all need to call his fucking parents into question. Like, yes, it's a situation he should have fixed way before Shelby. But it's also like, that is behavior that's taught. And yes, he spent a lot of time on the internet, but that's also like the early days of the internet. That was not as, I want to say openly misogynistic, but I was also not around that early on the internet. Like, this is concerning, guys. And the fact his parents have not made a statement, the fact no one's made a statement, the fact Lovejoy's anything hasn't made a statement. I'm sorry, I'm very mad right now. The fact that Lovejoy as an entire company is essentially at this point. Good for you. I don't know how to respond to that. But like, that's behavior like that is taught. That is not just, oh, you wake up one day and you're like, I'm gonna bite the ever living shit out of my girlfriend and bruise her, essentially. I'm surprised he didn't fucking slap the shit out of her. Like, and we don't know things that happened with Nikki. We know he bit Nikki to a degree. We don't know how bad. And we don't know if it was more than that. We also know he's low-key weird around people when they turn 18. Which that could also be like a he's much older than everybody thing. But that's also really questionable. Really questionable. Like, so much of this is ridiculous. And like, yes, it could have been a thing of like, oh, he was around in the early days of YouTube and everything else. This could have been taught to him because it was a much darker time. But you don't, biting is not a normal form of abuse. That is an insanely gray area of abuse. I will say that I've never heard a case. And I regularly do research on murder, I regularly do research on abuse, I regularly do all that shit. Is it just the topics in general is very broad? Biting is not a normal sign of abuse. At all. At all. And the fact that he has now essentially admitted it. He admitted it. He didn't say her name, but he admitted it. And I don't like Dream. He kind of give me the like there's something kind of off type feeling, you know. And Dream even said in his formal apology to Shelby publicly, and he's not even involved in this. He's inserting himself in this. He made an apology to Shelby publicly. Dream did, and then he also donated to abuse victims. I think like some organization that deals with abuse victims. I don't know. It was on his Twitter, and the fact Dream, who's had numerous cases against him, numerous people saying stuff, took the time to say Shelby's actual name, and Wilbur did not, shows how little Wilbur gives a shit. And like, I think the entire community that did adore Wilbur to a degree, including myself, is very, very hurt right now. We're all hurt right now, and I'm gonna talk about this till the cows come home. This is the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard. Because also, biting is not a normal thing to abuse someone with. By any means. I've never heard a case where it's like, he bit me so much and he poked up the bruises. That sounds like something a parent did at some point that then became a behavior, if we're talking about a fucking psychological point. And I know I can say his parents all I want. I know for a fact I'm not defending him whatsoever. I'm saying his parents need to be called into question because this entire situation looks like he had a pattern that happened to him, that then he created a pattern, and then now that pattern could continue with his own children. And now I'm calling into question, Shelby even said he would go back and forth on wanting to have a family and not wanting to have a family. Who's to say this man doesn't already have a child? No one knows about it. Who's to say an ex-girlfriend got abused, got pregnant, and ran off? Because that sounds plausible with his behavior. We also don't know ex-girlfriends. None of them are really online, and that could be a really good reason why, because Will's like chronically online. But we know Nikki, love Nikki to death. I wish the world for you, girl. I don't know why I held my shoulder like that. No. Love Nikki to death. Wish the fucking world for her. Looked phenomenal at her last appearance. I loved that outfit so much. Love Shelby to death. I did not know of Shelby's digital presence until this entire situation, and I've actually been watching some of her content recently. I'm like, this girl is absolutely fucking adorable. I love her. She's so insanely sweet. And I'm like, this could have been a pattern before this. 100%. Because if I'm doing the math correctly, and I do not mean to offend a single victim, I promise on my fucking life for that. It looks like the first public, oh shit, I'm shaking. The first public abuse to a woman was Nikki. And then Shelby. And then now Tommy's come out after I said I hope Tommy has an opinion on this all, because I was kind of scared that Tommy was going to defend Will. Tommy is processing it in his own time, and he even posted a Twitter about it. He was like, I'm taking my time to process. I hope Molly is supporting him through that. If they're still together, I'm not completely sure. I think they are. But that has to be the most insanely traumatizing thing for Tommy, because he would have been one of the closest people to Will that he could casually abuse. Which I will say, it looks insanely like Will abused everyone around him, and he abused himself in a sense, for not getting the help he needs. I'm not saying any of this to defend Will. I'm not. I am saying this seems like a pattern of abuse in his family, which happens with abuse. We can see it in Gypsy Rose right now. Her mother was an abuser, and now she's using the same tactics her mother did on her husband. And that's disturbing as fuck. That's disturbing as fuck. And I think we're all just really in pain right now. And Will's lack, it was a lack of apology. And we can all admit it. It was a lack of fucking apology. Sorry, I fucking tied up, but like, it's a lack of a fucking apology. That is not an apology. That is covering your own fucking dick and balls. That is covering your own dick and balls. Oh, Johnny. 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 I always forget how big the hand tattoo right here on Johnny's hand is until I look at it. Oh, chicken sugar. Chicken sugar. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. I'm putting my fucking glasses up because I'm scrolling through Twitter. I think you'll get a glimpse of some fucking nudity. So now we're doing this because I don't want to get my shit taken down. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I commented about how I was filming when I found out about Will's apology. I forgot I commented this. I've actually been talking about this. I commented on a post being like, with all the stuff coming out against him, it makes me wonder truly if he went wouldn't say a lot because in the past year he was scared of Shelby saying, which also Nikki seemed to be shushed into silence essentially. Which who knows the full extent of that. Nikki has made it clear she does not want to talk about it, which I don't blame her at all. I don't want to talk about a lot of shit I've been through. But who fucking knows? Because we know for a fact Will slept in Nikki's house. Will visited Nikki's house. On one of the fucking dating shows, Will was just in Nikki's house. And like fucking sent in a thing being like, mind your own fucking business. But like, I love Shelby to death. I really do hope her the most. Like the absolute most from the bottom of my heart. And I think a lot of us are experiencing that right now. We just want the absolute most for Shelby. But like, yeah, this entire situation's bullshit. And this seems like top behavior. Because who the fuck sits there? Who the fuck sits there and goes, you know my choice of abusing people? I'm not meaning to smile right now, it's just my fucking face. Who the fuck sits there and goes, my choice of abusing people is biting them and then poking it? Biting them into bruising. That's not a pathological thought. That's not a normal fucking thought. That's not a normal fucking thought. And that makes me really, really wonder if there's a pattern of abuse in his family, because he has spoken that his parents screamed at each other about how much they did not want him. Who's to say there wasn't physical abuse happening in that household? And I will reiterate 1,000 fucking times, I am not defending Will. I am saying there might be something psychologically fucking wrong. Like, generally, think about it. Who sits there and goes, you know my choice of abuse? Biting. That's not a thought a normal person has. In fact, I don't think the majority of us would think that as a form of abuse unless it happened. Like, I called my friend when the allegations first came out because I was like just actually upset. And I was like, I don't know who the fuck to believe. And he was like, that doesn't sound like a form of abuse. What the fuck? And I was like, I know. Like, I was generally bewildered. I can't even. That someone would take biting as a form of abuse. But then Shelby truly started to open up though. And I was like, oh shit, Shelby! Shelby! Like, generally, I wish the absolute best for her. I think she is doing better. Her cats are adorable. Girl, if you ever want our cats to have a cat play date, I'm 100% down. Like, and everyone's coming to her defense right now. And I think it's a beautiful thing that Dream right now is actually coming to her defense. Because him, as someone that's been accused, would take a lot to say those words and then also make a donation on top of that to victims in general. Like, that is very sweet of him in a very beautiful way. That he actually was like, okay, I don't give a shit what people think, I need to support my friend. That is very sweet. And while I don't have the best opinions on Dream, because I find him a little eh. And then I also find his behavior with fucking Young Gravy, of all people, who also, Young Gravy is also gonna be a dad. How we feel about that? How we feel about Young Gravy having a child? I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little icky. But, like, yeah, this entire situation's actually disturbing. Hi! But, yeah, like, that's like, my skin's bad right now. I'm actually kind of under a lot of stress. But, like, we're sitting here and being like, that's not a form of abuse. In reality, that has now been classified publicly as a form of abuse. Huh? I'm sorry. I have horrible vision and I'm dyslexic as fuck and I only speak English. I'm sorry. But literally, I'm sitting here, I'm like, none of us would have classified biting into bruising as a form of abuse before the situation. And it's sad that forms of abuse are classified after a public victim. And that's very sad. I wish that wasn't a form of abuse, essentially, but at the end of the day, he did hurt her. He fucking hurt the shit out of her. That man, who is, what, fucking a giant, he's like 6'6", essentially, abused her. And she's like, what, 5'2", 5'3"? I don't know Shelby's height. I haven't looked it up, but like, oh my god. That is disturbing. And then he threw Nikki for asserting dominance, not because she's light, and they were like tossing around, they were like play housing. No, he threw her to assert dominance. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, this is absurd.
Social media over the years claiming they've slept with Austin. A lot of the time that these claims pop up, they quickly disappear, and many people have also discussed that Austin makes women a lot of it is kept under wraps. There really has never been absolute on record confirmed cheating that we've seen with pictures and black and white evidence, and the paparazzi constantly ask both Kappa and Austin about these cheating rumors, but both of them just ignore the question and act like they didn't hear it.
But yeah, this entire situation, it's opened up a whole new gray area of abuse, essentially, in the public eye. Because that is such, that's like borderline sexual abuse. I'm not gonna lie. That, because biting can be something sexual if you're like me and you enjoy it, or if you're like someone I know and they enjoy it, and stuff like that. That is such a gray area. Huh? I'm sorry, I really don't know what you're trying to say. But like, that is such an insanely gray area. That's in between regular abuse and sexual abuse. He could be charged, essentially, if Nikki or Shelby or any other victim comes forward and says this happened. He could be charged as a sex offender. And hi, he could be charged for a number of things. Like honestly, like if you look at the law, and even if this happened in the UK, essentially it probably happened in the US as well. And either way, one of those laws is gonna catch his fucking ass, and then he's gonna be doing like 5 or 15 in the fucking jail, or spending a really long time at home, if you know what I mean. Like, this is not a light topic, and I'm sorry if me talking about it is offending you by any means, but this is things that need to be talked about. This is things that need to be talked about 100%, because then you end up with me, someone that had passively abusive situations in so many of my relationships. I had an ex-fiance, an ex-boyfriend, who was passively physically abusive. And it was such a gray area of the situation. It was such like an odd situation, because he would accidentally punch me and accidentally bruise me, and he was much bigger than me. And I remember I was 80 pounds. I personally like long nails, but I also eat with my nails, which is disgusting. I think it's just becoming a rise in popularity. It was very common with people of color wearing longer nails, and it's become more mainstream in the last 5 years. I've personally always loved long nails. My grandmother and my mom's side of the family, they all have long nails. So I've always really loved long nails, and I'm also an artist. I like drawing on my nails. So. Not necessarily a rise in popularity, but a rise in popularity with white people. Because it was always kind of popular in the scene of like people of color and black people and like people of darker complexion, and now it's becoming more popular in the scene of paler people, aka white people, essentially. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. I think that was a proper way to answer that. Was it? I think it is. I don't know. Please don't cancel me. But yeah, like, I've been in the gray area of abuse a lot. And a lot of the time when I talk about it, unless I talk about this with several partners over the years, people don't take it seriously. Because they're like, oh, no. Essentially, they're going like, oh, no. But now someone so public has come out, essentially being in a gray area of that abuse, being in a gray area, and I am insanely proud of Shelby. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm insanely proud of Nikki for coming forward with her side of everything as well. But once again, Nikki doesn't want to talk about it. Do such long nails, like, stop me from doing a lot of things I do? No, I've always had long nails. Like, always. Like, my natural nails are even pretty long. But I personally like to put extensions on top of them. I don't like it's hard to explain. I do something that basically no one does, and I put my nail extensions on top of my naturally long nails because I really like analytics and stuff. And essentially, I can tell like how much my nail has grown when it does that, and I really like doing that. Granted, I'm a little messed in the head, so. And then when I do take a break from nails, I don't have little stubs on my hands because I cannot stand doing stubs on my hands. But unless you do your own nails like me, I do not recommend you do this. A lot of nail techs do not do this for a reason because if you snag your nail hard enough, it can cause such blood force trauma to the naturally long nail under it. It's like horrendously bad. But luckily, I do this for a living. I work from home. I do everything from home. So I do everything on my phone. Like, I don't even really touch my computer unless it's like for Sims or Stardew Valley or something. But yeah, it's such a gray area of abuse, and I'm so insanely happy. Oh god, I burped, I'm sorry. I'm so proud of Shelby, and I'm so happy she's come forward with this, because this probably would have continued happening with people, to be honest with you. And while this pains me, and a lot of people say that Word fans will love death, all these things, this was probably a pattern he always had, and this is probably part of the reason he never kept a girlfriend very long. Because he probably started out nice, and then got nasty. Which also reminds me of a photo I saw forever ago, when Will was like 21, 22-ish, and he was dating this girl long term. Yeah, like this is my natural nail, completely. My thumbs are my naturals. Like, it's such a deep-rooted thing of abuse. Okay, you be stupid then. Your point? Someone said stupid, and I got hidden by the doodle. Like, it's such a gray area of abuse, and it's actually, I'm very proud of Shelby for coming out with that. Because it probably would have kept happening, and who knows how many people it happened to before. And I, personally, my DMs are always open to any victim of abuse, to anyone whatsoever, 100%. Because while I cannot help financially, I will help in every single other way I can. Because I generally can't even help myself financially. I will always help victims, 100%. And that's part of the reason I'm very, very proud of Dream, in the sense of he made that donation and he showed his support for Shelby publicly, and I'm very proud of him for that. Like, it's such a... Oh, I think I meant to say straws. I don't know. I use my voice to text thing. I don't know. I'm really fucking dyslexic. Like, it's bad. But yeah, I'm doing my nails with straws right now. I look like an old lady. What the fuck? Yeah, it's so insanely devastating, but I'm also very, very proud of Shelby for saying what she said. I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of... I look like I'm reading a script. I'm not, I promise. I'm checking my shit. I'm very proud of Shelby for speaking up the way she did. I'm so insanely proud of you, girl. I'm very proud of Nikki for saying what she did say and pointing out it was a problem, and she has addressed that now, psychologically, that a dude in his 20s hanging out with, like, an 18-year-old that's recently turned 18 was kind of odd. Like, I'm very proud of both of them so insanely much for saying what they've said, because they have opened the door to possibly older victims of his behavior who dated him before the fame, dated him before this, dated him before that, girls that he's wrote songs about. I'm very proud of. Oh, I don't say my age publicly. But I'm very, very proud of Shelby and Nikki. And fucking, I know probably no one that's dated Will is watching this. I know that. But if you have a story to tell, I highly encourage you to tell it. Because it's better saying your story and possibly looking like an idiot, but opening that door, instead of not telling your story and then future victims. 100%. And I love every single victim so much. Once again, I'm gonna reiterate this so much. I'm so proud of Shelby and Nikki. I encourage you guys to go follow them so much. And I noticed the pattern of Will's exes. They are little and they are pale and they are smaller than him. And I don't think that's a pattern on accident. I don't think that's just a type. I think that's an actual dominant issue. But I'm very proud of all the victims that have come forward so far. If you are a victim, I highly encourage you to say you're a victim, to say that, to say their names and say your name. I encourage it so fucking much. Because 1, you never know if there's more victims. 2, you never know if you could be the first to speak up. And it's just such a thing. And I'm so insanely proud of every victim. And I am very proud of Tommy as well. Tommy being one of Will's oldest friends at this point. Besides Benjamin, his old roommate, and like some other dude. I forgot his name. But I know this is probably really just world shattering essentially for Tommy. Like, think about that. Someone you didn't see as a problem, essentially passively abusing you for like years, gets exposed as an abuser to millions of people. And now you're getting put in the spotlight of, you have to talk about this because you obviously knew something. And Tommy, I don't think Tommy knew anything. And Tommy was also so young. Tommy's barely older than I am. And I think we should all just show support for everybody because we also don't know if Tommy is a victim in the sense of a friend or a victim in the sense of the number one victim besides the girls well dated. My hand itches.
supposed to be the greatest nation on earth, and it's one of the most.
The Hayes family then took out 2 hard money loans totaling $10 million.
This is the new.
You want to know what the secret is?
Hey, said they come along. She's good. She's good. She's good. How's her shift today? Hey, let's cut this nice shit. All right? I got you 2 dozen breadsticks. Like I said, 3. My manager was like up my ass the entire shift. I can't just take 3 dozen. Everything okay over there? Yeah, we're good. We're good, right? We're good, right? I don't know. I'll just give out pet food salsa to just everyone. The girls from Dunkin' Donuts are up my ass. They want to do exchanges too. Sometimes I crave a donut. Oh, we got desserts. We got cannolis. We got tiramisu. What are you doing now?
Imagine you and your brother created. Oh, I found the perfect wedding date.
That's terrific.
No, it's not. It was May 19th, 1996. We would have had a lovely wedding. And our honeymoon would have coincided with the first appearance of the Hale-Bopp comet.
Sheldon, you were 16.
And in Texas. No one would have batted an eye. Oh, wait, it's no good. That's the day that John Pertwee, the 3rd Doctor Who, died.
And it's in the past.
Hey, I said it's no good. Just let it go.
Sheldon, I appreciate you trying to make this wedding perfect, but it's making you miserable.
The wedding isn't making me miserable. The calendar is. Why can't there just be 1 week each month for famous people to die?
Well, they've already arranged to die in threes. What more do you want from them?
This is so frustrating. Why can't I find the perfect date? Now the perfect way to say hi to cowboys.
I'm just saying, maybe there's a part of you deep down just wants to relax a little, you know? Kick back. Say, what else?
What else? So you're really not going to finish that word?
I'm just trying to
Finish the word, Amy.
fine.
Thank you. Well, now you owe me 3 more what else. Oh, I found the perfect wedding.
Property and yard below. The Ace family did not live in this house very long when rumors of foreclosure started to be reported on social media. Dozens and dozens of videos were put out on social media covering the looming foreclosure of the Ace family's mega mansion. And when the paparazzi confronted Orson and Catherine about this in public, they constantly denied that their home was in foreclosure. They stated that these were nothing more than lies made up by their haters. Shortly after, Catherine and Orson denied that their house was being foreclosed on, black and white proof was produced on social media, and the house was foreclosed. Some of the most talked about controversies of Orson McBroom are the 2 Social Gloves boxing events. The first Social Gloves event was dubbed the Battle of the Platform, and the
That's
prize
terrific.
was YouTubers versus TikTokers.
Whenever
It
we-
was quickly revealed that Social Gloves was actually a company owned by Ace
You know what, let me just-
Productions. And I'll give you one guess.
you know what, let me just check my schedule.
That Orson, of course, was
Yeah, man.
hyping up the
Looks
event
like I'm free.
to ridiculous heights.
You know what, let me-
Paying each fighter
Wait, what year
a
was you born?
stupid amount of money.
90.
What?
97, 97. 97.
You're
hella old.
I'm pretty old. I'm not old. I didn't grow up in the 90s.
No, bro, you're old, bro.
Dude, I grew up in the 2000s.
Oh, bro, you're like a grandpa at this point.
I'm a Gen Z. Wait, Gen Z is 97. I'm Gen Z. I'm the first gen of Gen Z. I'm just still young. I'm like, what? 97, nah.
So lately, the live action Avatar is not that bad of a series, but I do find it interesting the way they chose to write women. You notice how most of the show Suki's not wearing makeup. They didn't want to embarrass and demasculinize Sokka, but instead they opted to make Suki a pretty face. Now I did like the addition of Suki's mother. I thought that was nice. I
Azula is a sociopath, and they took away the fact that Katara is just as sarcastic and snarky as her brother. They're siblings, they grew up together. She's used to Sokka's sarcasm, and she throws it right back at him every time. An example of this in the male character would be Sokka. He no longer uses sexism as a way to project his insecurities, and now his father's words are the direct cause of his insecurities. I think they wanted feminism, but they didn't.
Which of course was going to happen given that McBroom was a collegiate athlete and Bryce Hall did this. The event only sold 135,000 tickets and was a commercial, critical, social, and
ADHD is all fun and games, excuse me. Show Miss Trish, you gotta work here in this cave.
Leading up to the event, they even received a cease and desist from TikTok over social blogs use of TikTok's logo and brand, but the vast majority of controversy came after the fight.
I'm 17. Better. Turning 18 in 5 months.
Eventually, of course,
Okay.
social blogs became
You don't see me.
another
Pretend you don't see me.
in the pile of lawsuits the Ace family was embroiled in.
Show Miss Trish.
I don't like to say it publicly because then I get fucking flack. Like a lot of flack. And I don't like it. Okay?
And this event was held on Monday, 10th September 2022 in LA. This event was basically two winners of the last ending. So it was Austin McBroom versus Jason Kidd. This event was even social with there being next to no attendees at the event, even with attendance one, but there was hardly any
We were sisters separated at birth. Did you know stars? No one told you? Stars not real. What do you mean stars not real? There's Starman, an advanced AI technology with scripts. What about people?
I'm doing my nails.
And just like Social Post 1, the only good thing that came
Dara
out
was
of
in the video.
Social
Oh, we
Post
just
2
use
was
CGI.
a nice
CGI? There it is.
Hey, darn it, man. We're not just telling stories, we're changing lives.
Wow, that is uncanny. I know that I've seen Dara on his life lens. Oh, you must mean the Dara. That is good. Wait, quickly! We were sisters separated at birth.
And cut.
Did you know Dara's in the office today? No one told you? What? Dara's not real. What do you mean Dara's not real? This new milk delicious from Hershey's. I've been a gold girl from my whole life, and then I dyed my hair.
I literally said my age. And there's a really big reason why I don't like saying my age. And it actually involves my safety, so okay.
And my fashion boyfriend, told me that I'm now in my cool era. And I said, oh, that's not good, because I
Our pediatrician, when she met Inez, she said, well, this one's shady. And like even the other day when we were traveling back home, we were at the airport, and out of our whole family, she's the only one that got the secondary security patch up. At 2 years old. All right, so what is
Yeah, well, I'm not about to go and bleach it because it will frazzle off like Icarus and cause a
I want a damage-free Halo money piece thing. I haven't seen anyone else do this, so expectations low. But I'm just attacking her over Fraser because I can have that's what comes to my head. I've snagged hair from these guys so many times. As you saw in earlier, every shade of blue. So how's that over there? No, it's go right now. Why do we want to?
Like if I went up to Nick and I was like, Nick, I'm so happy you're my brother. He'd be like, oh, thanks. Like I appreciate it. Thank you.
I was washing my face. So I went and pierced each of my ears 4 times.
That's a lot in one session.
Like that's the most common question all in Well, 2 things. 1, piercing my upper carrot. I'm just gonna
Wow. Goddamn. I guess.
drown them and seal them. Then I'm gonna follow up this guy, Light
What?
which is numbing gel, and it's first aid spray. It ain't the lethal spray. So it's really so embarrassing how my friends tell me that they're pregnant, and I'm like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And they're like, we meant to do this. And I'm like, huh? And they're like, yeah, we're married, have a house. I'm like, oh yeah, like we're doing that, aren't we? It's really so embarrassing how my friends tell me that they're pregnant. You know, she was insane, but you know. Don't do that. I work with the pool sickness live, and I was ovulating, so we just had to push through. Totally natural, she'll like this show. You know, she was constantly for 2 months.
We're the most expensive television platform per episode, which is crazy when you consider, like, you know, at the end of Friends, all of those people were making $1 million an episode, truly $1 million an episode. Same with like Charlie Sheen and 2.5 Men. But we were still the most expensive just because it costs so goddamn much to animate the thing. There's a scene, I think in the 6th episode, this first episode we shot, where we're sitting in a classroom and I remember I fist bumped Ted, which wasn't scripted, so they had to, you know, animate it a little extra. And I went to VFX guy after the fact, and had VFX guy Blair, and I was like, hey, how much, like, does that fist bump cost? Oh, like, at the end of the day, once it's fully animated, he was like, anywhere from like $40,000 to $80,000. And I was like,
Oh, what's this about?
we were the most expensive television company of all time.
Have you tried to explain the concept of empathy to a tall, handsome white guy? That is a delicate conversation. You're like, okay, imagine that you're me. Okay. Hard to argue. Touche. Imagine that you feel how I feel. Okay. Imagine that you could feel how I feel. You never will. Okay. Imagine you're.
Catherine and Wilson McBroom should not be the people we're making famous. And quite honestly, I wish that no family channels were famous. So that
Thanks,
those
you're the first person to
people
say that in like my entire life. I regularly get told I look like 30. With like the tattoos and the glasses and the lack of vision.
Basketball player. Okay. What else? Fine. All right. So this analogy, you're a basketball player. You're a really great teammate. How about that? You love your team. You're loyal to your team. You do everything for your team, and your team is not noticing. Your team is not appreciating you for all you do for the MVP that you are. And this week, your team forgot your birthday. Now, how does that make you feel? That sucks. Yes. Try and get a Hawkeye to empathize is like trying to get a woman to come. Nobody move! We're so close!
I have to remind my...
Want complex female characters and make
Growing up, it was...
Oh, that's cute.
only voice acting for anything. Okay, I thought you were like walking and you were just.
I never wanted to look old as a child. No, I was actually quite content in the way I looked. But then everyone told me I look like a man and that I look like I'm 30. And I did not like it. In fact, it made me want it myself a lot.
Soda General didn't. I'm gonna drop a PB.
This is one of the.
What happened? Mom, you going
In fact, I still get told a lot that I look like a man and that I am one and I'm just faking the fuck out everything.
College now, right?
Yes, I am, sweetie.
Can you take cooking classes there?
I thought you liked my tuna casserole.
It was better when you made it drunk.
Roscoe, I made it when she was drunk. Mystery solved.
Sorry. You would not believe what I snaked out of old lady Gorman's shower drain.
Mom, please, we're eating dinner. And it's hard enough.
What? A hairball with a human tooth in it.
I'm gonna go do my homework. Congratulations. You managed to gross out a boy who keeps his boogers in a jar. I need to get going too. Where are you headed? I'm going to a birthday party with Gregory.
Oh, Gregory. Again, when do we get to meet him?
Yeah, I'd like to meet young Gregory. Yeah, I just don't see any reason for that. Oh, come on. There's nothing to hide. Your last boyfriend was a burger flipping stoner who got you pregnant. The bar is very low. Why are you so interested in my life?
Yeah, that's why I graduated at 16 and never went back.
Okay, y'all, thank you.
And now I do this. I upload like twice a day, and I do TikTok, and I do this, and I try to make money, but it's hard.
If you were raised, am I dreaming or is that you?
So I just got these new Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, and I'm gonna try to make.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchise, and the movie she was in was called Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves.
So I just got these.
There's a trend going around right now of explaining why they don't allow their kids to have sleepovers. Wanted to give you a different perspective because I haven't seen it yet. I talk about it all the time on my page. Some of you might know, some of you might not know, but I worked in a men's prison, a level 5 men's prison, for a little while. And my captain didn't really like me being around inmates. He didn't want any female around inmates, but, and these are his words, not mine, don't come at me, but especially not a young, attractive one. So he would try his hardest to keep me away from them, put me on post, you know, whatever he could think of. Well, they're, you know, Florida Department of Corrections, so we're always short-staffed. So there was one night that he was like, hey, I'm going to go put you in C dorm. You need anything, you give us a call. I'm like, cool, what dorm is C dorm? And they're like, oh, it's the Chomo dorm. Chomo is a child molester dorm. They do have to have their own special dorm, because if not, they will all be killed, which, what a shame that would be. But anyways, and I remember I went in there my first night. I didn't know what to expect, because, like, what do you expect when you're about to go work with a bunch of kitty diddlers? And definitely not what I expected, though. And I say that because they were all so nice.
I graduated at 16, and I cannot drive. I, to this day, have difficulty with reading. In reality, the state of Texas kind of just wanted to shoo me away. So I graduated at 16, live with my parents still, trying to move by next December. And basically, nowhere wants to hire me because either I don't have enough of an education, which is bullshit. I graduated at 16 with insanely good grades and with a CCR under my belt in floral design. I can't drive for a number of reasons, so they also don't want to hire me for that. Like, Sonic didn't want to hire me. Fucking Sonic, a place that has a reputation for being abusive to their staff, did not want to hire me. So
And like extremely respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please. Thank you. Whenever you get a chance, like most inmates, they're not the nicest, you know. And but all of these guys were so incredibly nice, so respectful. They never gave me a hard time. They never harassed me. Probably because I'm not their type, but whatever. And that was probably the scariest thing, was that I think that we think that these monsters look like monsters. They don't. They look like young men or old men, whatever, but they look nice and they have good manners and they're respectful. But that's part of the charm, right? Because they gotta get you to trust them. They're good at it. Like they're scary good at it. They are incredibly just chill, very respectful, very nice. They would always be more than willing to help me with anything that I needed. Miss B, do you need this? Miss B, can I help you with that? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please, thank you. It's just, and that was the scariest part though about working with them. Like that was when the realization hit me. Like all of y'all have hurt a child. You wouldn't be in here unless you had hurt a child in some way, shape, or form. And there was very particular inmates that I would go home and look up, which they don't want you to do that. They say it's a no-no, but like, let's be for real. Everybody goes home and looks up what they're in there for. And you go and you look up what they're in there for, and there's no words. But anyways, you don't know what goes on in other people's homes. And also, I don't think we talk about it enough, but not just men hurt children. Not just men hurt children. Sadly, women do too. We are all that our kids have. We are it. We are their protector. We are their provider. We are their advocate. We are their voice when they don't have one. And I'm not shaming anybody for having sleepovers. To each your own. Personally, it's an absolute heck no for me, because I have seen what these monsters look like, and it's not what you would think.
Sonic, as in like the drive-in place.
Shut him up. There is a sense of this album where you're talking to people who have come to their own conclusions. People have crafted their own narratives.
Yeah.
And then I'm a pretty princess.
My fingers don't want to fucking. They don't want to dry, so we're moving on, bitch.
YSL, I'm a woman, I'm American, I'm also Spanish and Brazilian and French. Genuinely don't tell anyone.
Okay.
First two conclusions. And I want to do an awesome 720.
Girl, I
Worst fears, you wrote snakes, basic.
Let me look it up. Sonic, the fast food chain. I'll show you real quick. Shut up, bitch.
Sonic Drive-In, more commonly known as Sonic, is an American drive-in fast food chain owned by Inspire
It's like
Brands,
this.
the parent company of Arby's, Dunkin' Donuts, and Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's like a cheap drive-in thing that has a reputation, like a heavy reputation for being like abusive to staff.
Basic. Caleb, you basic.
If you are curly,
However we want it.
So pour me.
I got it.
I go go so what?
She did it because I work with the company.
This is the current. Did you and like Shane ever pretend to date or something? I was trying to think like what I would have been into.
I wish. I probably got so many views. I feel like everyone he dated, it was like so many views, even if they were boring.
Oh, true. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what I would be like when I was younger. Like what kind of like two influential getting together I'd be like all excited about. But I really don't know.
Man, it would have been great. If I would have pretended to date Shane, oh my god, I would have had so many more views. Because you think about the people, this is no shade, but it's gonna sound shady. Like the people he does date in real life, like they're kind of boring, but they become so popular.
Yeah,
And so, as like a friend who's like really entertaining, I was just like, how are they getting more views than me? That's your date.
A former psychiatric nurse. Over the course of the next 19 years, Ranieri and Saltzman ran a masterclass in manipulation and abuse. Keith Raniere is one of the great narcissists and BSers of our time. Raniere claimed he was the smartest man alive, that he was so intelligent the US government considered him a threat. Oh, and apparently he could also control the weather. The amount and breadth of his lies is truly astounding. Raniere
Shane?
actually
Damn. I'm not gonna lie, I was always a little jealous.
Well, that's like some of your exes that I watch. Like,
Who do you watch?
not now, presently. Like at the time.
I was like, I used to
Remember
watch
I told you like I would watch like I'd see
Bleep their names.
yours.
Who?
But like I
Oh,
would
yeah.
see just the
was trying to grow into his timeline. At the age of 26, he began dating a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I don't leave the house, but I'm gonna go take a piss real quick, honestly, because I got pee. I've come back.
get more like the other side of like I would see yours, but then I'd want to see more. Like this
Oh no. That's me about fucking Wilbur suck right now. I'm sad.
This tiny brush gives them.
Alright guys, fuck off. Don't nudge me. I'm not nudging you. Usually this, like you're hitting myself. I'm a big donut eater. You're I'm gonna eat it next. Alright guys, fuck off. Don't nudge me. I'm not nudging you. Usually this, like you're hitting myself. I'm a big donut eater. You're I'm gonna eat it next. Alright guys. Yeah, back.
Oh, that's cute.
Sure. Oh wait, I think I'm at a friend's.
What did you paint with the wall?
Never mind.
What did I paint on the wall? I painted a lot on the walls. Oh, did I paint on them myself? Yes. When I was a young boy. I was never a boy. I am low-key a fucking My Chemical Romance fan, I'm not gonna lie. I love Green Day. I love like 182. I love literally any music John Gilbert produces or puts out because I think it's just so telling to him as a person. I think it's beautifully written. There's a song of his, I forget the name, and then Vampires is really good by him. Vampires, I don't fucking know. But I also love Melanie Martinez, love Taylor, I have a really wide scope of music. Love Motley Crue, love Queen. Adore the aesthetic of Kiss, not big into their music. I love heavy metal. I have a very strong pit in my heart for heavy metal. I love a lot of music. I love violent music. Like, this is music I can murder someone to. Or music that's really departing men of themselves.
Let's talk Chewy Hydrate.
Also say,
So this was posted yesterday on Laura's Instagram. Now, the childhood me really wants to say that this probably means something like they're teasing something. But on the other hand, this could just be a mini reunion. But look, man, all I'm saying, Nickelodeon's been bringing back all the good shows, so can Disney. So this was posted yesterday on Laura's Instagram. Now, the childhood me really wants...
Who is the most famous person you guys have on your phone?
Ross Lynch. I don't. Who else do I have in there?
Laura Morano.
I'm good. I have Laura's number. So. Damn, bro. I see how it is.
Who is the most famous person you guys have on your phone?
Ross Lynch.
That's Kira. She's playing your girlfriend.
she's flawless.
Thanks. Wait, what looks good? My walls? My walls? My bows? My nails do look good though. I know. My fucking... I had my slippies on. My slippies. My slippers. And then my foot got itchy, so I turned it off.
Where's Rainy been?
She's been doing, you know what? She was reaching out to me recently, trying to hang out. We had like an Austin and LA meetup at her house last year. I feel like that was before we went to Europe.
Hey, Rico and Rainy both came to Greek.
Oh, they did.
Rico was like he's a man, and I was like,
Yeah,
what the heck?
he is
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Where's Rainy been?
She's been doing,
My foot fucking itches. Thank you. My foot fucking itches. My foot is pissing me off.
Producers of the Wendy Williams documentary say they wouldn't have begun filming if they had known she had dementia. One of the producers claimed the documentary would follow her sobriety journey.
Did you drink this whole thing today? Keep it there. Okay. Just keep it there.
We know it's not easy for a lot of people to watch, but
Men I may not know. But shoes?
Mom calls you Tara every time.
That's okay, your mom's fine.
She goes,
How's Tara?
and she goes,
I got it right.
you did. She's like, oh, what is it? I'm like, Tara. She goes, oh yeah, because I did this thing in my head where black tar, and then she has black hair, so I put them together so I know. I was like, well, you still got it wrong. Mom calls you Tara every time.
That's okay, your mom's fine.
She goes,
How's Tara? Today I'm partnering with
The monkey chain.
The monkey's face. The monkey. Oh, they're tats. They're shitty because I did them myself. But I really like them. I like shitty tats. My legs are covered in shitty tats. Like, we're going into a deep squat here, guys. But I got a lot of shitty tattoos. And I got a shitty one on my thigh. That likes to act like it's in, like, being a bitch. But in reality, it's just a dick. And then I have a strawberry on this ankle. This is gonna get so quick, I'm not even gonna lie. I have a strawberry on this ankle, it's one of my favorites. And then I have a shade one on my thigh that likes to be a bitch. Not even in the sense of like anything's wrong, I know for a fact nothing's wrong. It just, it doesn't like me. And I don't like it either, so I'm cool with it. Like, I know for a fact nothing's wrong with it, but it loves to annoy me. Or, like, I forget it's there.
hope to inspire and uplift other Black creators by...
I genuinely despise how we've managed to turn de-influencing from telling people that they don't need to purchase every single thing they see on the For You page or every single thing that they see advertised to them into just being so fucking miserable that other people have things and want to talk about them. Because there's this girl that keeps popping up on my For You page, and I guess her entire shtick is, like, doing de-influencing videos. And, like, don't get me wrong, I do think that we need to stop buying a bunch of cheap, shitty plastic that we're just gonna throw out and only really have one use. But it stops being de-influencing when you're sitting there for 3 minutes just bitching and moaning about something.
I did them myself. But I'm also a fucking like klepto. Not klepto. I have that thing where you think you're sick all the time. So every single one of them has been drenched in alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, so insanely much. Like so fucking much. And everything around it gets drenched. Everything. Like everything. Because I do not fuck with infection. I'd rather kill myself than get a tattoo infected. And I make it a very strong point to anyone that they do their fucking research before they tattoo themselves. Because that's a bad idea. You can do it the proper way and disinfect everything. And maybe burn the ever-living shit out of yourself with the disinfecting alcohol. Instead of getting a fucking infection and then having to pay thousands of dollars and antibiotics and possibly get surgery and all that good jazz.
I'm talking about the Easter decorations that they got from TJ Maxx.
No,
for
thank
their new
you.
house. Like, oh, you didn't need to buy that. That was such an unnecessary purchase. Like, that's so ugly. You didn't need to get that. Newsflash: buying a few Easter decorations is not.
You bought out.
Oh yeah, it's safe tattooing yourself. People do it all the time. It's illegal. Didn't find that out until a few months ago. It's illegal to give yourself tattoos. But it is safe. If it wasn't safe, I'd be dead right now. It's like the ones on my arms are actually pretty old at this point. They're like about a year. Like, if it wasn't safe, I'd be dead. Like legit. I'd be on the floor. Dead. But you can do it properly and not fuck up. I have an entire kit properly. And I disinfect, I shave, I do everything before. And then I disinfect on top of that if I want to heal correctly. And then I do second skin on top of that. And I keep the second skin on for about over a day because I'm paranoid. And then I take the second skin off. And then I wash it religiously, non-stop, like I scrub while I'm in the shower, just because I'm very paranoid.
She sees you touching me like that on my chest.
Everyone.
CNC all over the map. It won't crash your computer, trust me, bro.
The struggle.
Ew, don't bring up that. Don't get me fucking started.
So I was in the shower at the gym and I was like, they don't have.
I am Susan Ortega, and we'll be your host with the most throughout the game.
Who are you? Oh, did I forget to introduce myself?
In a chaotic crescendo of sound, a sudden...
Appa es probablemente el mejor personaje de la serie. No he visto la serie completa, pero yo estoy seguro de...
Except friend requests from people I like actually talk to. I know. I have a good PC too, like, it's not the best PC, but it's like pretty good. So I'm like, it doesn't really do its job as well as it should for the amount of money I paid for it. Dark red or dark purple. I did kind of a dark red outfit not that long ago, so maybe I'll do.
Oh, also, don't do what I do. Don't tattoo yourself. I highly recommend. A lot of them are for fun, but I do plan on getting, the word starlet, I plan on tattooing the word starlet on me, and then I'm also going to do something else, I forgot though, and then I'm going to tattoo these are my only sentimental tattoos, I'm not even joking. I'm gonna tattoo the word starlet on me because I've really been seeing it a lot everywhere, and I would love to be like a starlet in the world, and I think it's a very underused word. I really love the word. But I'm doing that, and then I'm doing the Roman numeral for 4 for a number of reasons.
Okay, so I wanted to reply to this question in a video. People might not think it needs a video, but I think it does.
I'm the me from 3 days ago who made plans. I'm the me who got so much for the road. Sit down.
Hey, just if I'm not back by dinner, call Avail Bronzeman. His number's on the fridge. No. Let go! No! Shoot yourself! No! Please! I'm begging you! What's going on? Help me! She's cracked and strong. I'm just gonna take that to the kitchen. Get out of my way, old woman. Not till you tell me where you're going. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna go smack the snot out of Alvin's ex-wife. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh yeah, you're gonna stop me? Now get the hell out of my way. Ow! Sit down.
Wish I knew it was that easy.
Listen to me. I know this is very hard for you right now, but you're not alone. You got a lot of people who love you and will help you through this. You hit me. Yeah, and I'll do it again. Christy, how are you doing? I don't know. I don't have time for how I'm doing. I think 3 of us should go to a meeting.
It's a great idea. Mom?
Frank.
Violet, we're gonna go out for a little while. Watch Roscoe.
I have to?
Yes.
We're back to selfish. I'm gonna tell everybody you hit me. Probably get a standing ovation. If I'm not back by dinner, call Avail.
Growing up, the beach has always boosted my mood, and taking care of my hair also enhances my happiness.
I took the Polaroid down in my room. I'm pretty sure you have a new girlfriend. I took the Polaroid down in my
Real quick. Alright. Pills are good.
I'm a trichologist.
Alex, then I got one person over there.
Oh, damn.
Should be staying. You all know what time.
Hey, Zendaya Coleman, what's that? You just want to go by Zendaya? Do you reckon I could be a one-name person too? Oh, come on, name one famous person named Tom. So, you want to be an actor and a singer, a double threat like Scarlett Johansson and Jared Leto. I've been doing some research on some cool slang peeps your age say, and I think I found the perfect song. Hey Zendaya, do you get along with Bella Thorne? Great. What if we mashed together one of your songs with one of Bella Thorne's songs? It will sound like 2 completely different songs played over the top of one another. Hey Zendaya, would you like to appear on a show where each episode has the word "and" in its title? Great. Your episode is called Creative Consult and. Do you reckon you can remember these chorus lyrics for yours and Bella's new song? It goes,
I have some scars. Like, I have a track mark on my arm because of, I was getting my blood drawn, and it's scarred, and then I have some other shit, and then I have a shitty, then one of my tattoos is really raised, because it's scarred, and then I have a scar somewhere on my arm from something, but, yeah, I never dabbled too much in the purposeful self-harm, or in the passive.
Fashion is my kryptonite, fashion is my kryptonite, fashion is my kryptonite, fashion is my kryptonite, fashion is my kryptonite. No? Okay, I'll help you practice. I feel like you'd be great at voicing different animals, so do you want to start off as a horse in a movie about dogs? I got your new song, I liked it so much, I put it on replay and listened to it all day, now I can't stand it, so make a new one. Justin Bieber's Baby was pretty popular, so you should do a song about your baby. Coming up with new music is hard, so why don't you just sing other people's songs? I'm sorry, I just couldn't finish it. No, the trailer. Hey Zendaya, have you ever heard of Taylor Swift? Because she wants you for a new music video. Would you like to star in a show where your parents are spies? Legally, no, this isn't a spy kid show. Another one-name person wants you for their music video. Now, not Elvis, he's been dead a long time. Hey Zendaya, despite the fact that you're playing Michelle Jones, who is a character that does not exist in the Marvel comics, prepare for people to be annoyed about the fact that you have the same initials as Mary Jane without the red hair. I don't even want to imagine how the internet would respond if Disney cast someone without red hair for their live-action Little Mermaid remake, where the runaways are running the...
Kids know where you're supposed to be while we're gone. I got the heaviest one. It's 20 pounds. No. I'm very still. I broke my vagina. Okay, I got the heaviest one. Here's what the...
Turns out I come not for the same reasons as before. I use every word not able to be. Can't find the perfect word. Use those on the over here. There's still. I'm losing it.
No, I was more just like, I'm gonna take random drugs until I die. I'm gonna be back. Oh, and I'm gonna abuse my lungs so bad. Even years after I quit smoking, my lungs hate me. I'll be back.
Like a vintage baseball mitt. Yeah.
Japan, like I just speak in Japan.
Freelancing in today's world?
Love should make you feel good. Love should make you feel good.
Who sits next to you plays a huge impact on your flight experience, right? I get immediately. Dude, right behind me in the boarding pro.
Oh, I just abused my lungs and my body and I didn't eat. In fact, it got so bad, I got put into, outpatient, which was also technically rehab, when I was 15. I wasn't there because of rehab, but, second, and, like, it also was a rehab. It was a weird thing. And they just kept pumping me full of medications because I was chronically depressed and having, like, 3 panic attacks a day, and I was losing my shit. I was having a psychotic break, and I've had a couple since then. But they just kept pumping me full of medication and sending me home because it's outpatient. You go home at night. And for some reason, it wasn't clicking in their brains. Maybe my mother's the problem. So I was hooked up on prescription level pills for like over a year. Getting high off my fucking ass. Because they told me to, essentially.
process, here comes two of the worst possible passengers to sit next to. Beside me in the middle seat is a 3-year-old boy who, yeah, as soon as he sits down, is on his 3-year-old.
You take the. Somebody explain the science or like the biology behind why little ass dogs walk like they only have 3 legs. Not even in like a mean way. Like if you're a little dog, you watching this, like no offense, like you know what I mean? Like you see a pug or a chihuahua and they kind of like they only use one of their back legs. Do you know what I mean? I'm not tripping. Like this is a thing. Like my friends have pugs at home and the pugs often only use 3 of their legs. Does anyone know why this is a thing? Is this just a result of like bad breeding?
She's not a lesbian for peace. She turned lesbian for straight.
Shogun depicts an
Hello? Yeah, whatever. Nice shoes. Anyway. Hey, did you know where? Just shut up!
Fucking hell, leave Tommy alone. No, my mom's my biggest bully and the biggest reason why I want to kill myself. And that's disturbing. It's disturbing as fuck. But she's been for years. Now please stop trying to analyze my fucking life. I talk about my life when I want to talk about my life. Don't like to analyze it. It's one thing speculating on who I'm fucking who I'm dating. That's one thing. Because that's like whatever. That can change at any moment. My mental health is not.
To your new dentist, when you open up your mouth,
Yeah, 100%. Still, to this day.
you said, "Oh my God, you never wanted to get that fixed," and you said, "Get what fixed? Do I have a tooth decaying?" And she said, "No, your gap." And you said, "No, I actually love it." And she said, "You look so much better if you had it fixed." So during the routine clean, she put temporary fillers in without your consent to show you how great you look. Put a finger down if you fight for them.
Nope! Now please, I beg of you, stop fucking analyzing my life, because you're genuinely getting on my nerves, like, a lot. Well, you see, my parents are together. They should not be together. In fact, it's quite bad. The only reason they got together is my mom fell pregnant a second time. My mother is mentally abusive and comes from a long line of mentally abusive motherfuckers and constantly says shit to get on my nerves and will sit there and shove me and be the biggest bitch in my life to the point of if I have body dysmorphia because I have an ED, she becomes a massive bitch and tells me to shut the fuck up. Oh, not to mention, I live with both my parents. They should not be married. I'm trying to get the hell out. Can't get a job because a number of reasons. No one will give me a job for a number of reasons. So now I'm this is how I make money. I'm waiting to do other shit when I'm turn 18. Goodbye.